Alright, so boys and girls, we are going to write our next class goal. And right now we are all working on our math facts. So, when we write our class goal, we have to think about where are we now and where do we want to get to? Where do we want to go? So right now we just did some counting and we know that we have how many faces on our wall?
92.
92. So that's where we are now. So I'm going to add that to the X part of our goal. So we're going to write, we will go from 92 faces on our MF wall. What does MF mean?
Math
wall. Okay. And now this is where we need to think of a realistic, a number that we think we can hit. And here's how we can think about it. We're going to use the next 3 weeks. We're going to use the next 3 weeks to see how far we can get.
Yes.
Okay? The next 3 weeks. So every week, you have a chance to take at least one math facts test. So help me with some math here. How many students are in our room? 20 now, right? There's 20. If everybody in our class, listen, if everybody in our class got their face on the wall every week for the next 3 weeks, raise your hand if you can tell me what math problem that would be. Austin, what would it be?
92
So
plus 30. I mean plus 92 plus 20.
So 20 would be 1 week of everybody getting their face on the wall, right? Maybe we add to that
92 plus 50. I mean 60.
20, 40, 60. If everybody got their face on the wall for the next 3 weeks, that would be 60 more faces. Now, are we always going to be perfect when we reach for a goal?
No.
No, we're going to have a little bit of challenge, and sometimes our weeks may not go like we planned for them to go. So if we plan for 60, that means everybody has to pass every test for the next 3 weeks. We could track to that, but we also could say we know there's a chance that some of us may have a tough week in there. So, raise your hand if you have a reasonable number that we could add. 60 means that all of us miss no tests. We miss none for the next 3 weeks, which might be a tough goal to set when we know sometimes things are not going to go perfectly. So what's a different idea of a number that you think? Riley?
Maybe like between 50 and 60.
Somewhere between 50 and 60? Okay, so maybe we could pick a number between 50 and 60. Darby, what's the number you're thinking?
I was thinking of going from 92 to like 120 maybe.
Okay. Wait. If we go from 92 to 120, what would that be?
28.
28.
Yeah.
28. So we would only need to get 28 faces when if we could all pass them all 3 weeks, we'd have 60. Do you guys think we could hit that number?
Yes.
I do. Do you think we could hit higher than that?
Yes.
I agree. And I think if we know we are capable of getting a higher goal, we should set that higher goal. So we know it should be higher than 28, but we're thinking maybe not exactly 60.
40.
Pablo, what number are you thinking?
30.
30.
That would only be 2 more.
That's only 2 more from here. Alright. Carter, what are you thinking?
Maybe we could do. Maybe we can do.
So this is a range that Riley's suggesting, somewhere between here. Do you have a number in that range that you think we should try for?
Probably
50? You're thinking 50. Okay. What do you think, Noah?
I think we should go into 50.
57.
Because that will get higher.
Okay.
But
That's with a little bit of mistakes, but only about 3 mistakes, right? Olivia Sibley, what are you thinking?
maybe we should do like 55.
55. That's kind of right in the middle of that 50 and 60. Okay. Austin,
Like 49.
so lower than 50. Alright, let's do this. Look at these 4 choices here. 49, 50, 55, and 57. I want you to vote for one of those numbers for what we should try for. Okay? Alright, ready? Raise your hand if you think we should go for 49 more faces. Okay? Raise your hand if you think we should go for 50. Okay? Raise your hand if you think we should go for 55 more faces. 1, 2. Looks like that might be the majority. Raise your hand for 57. Okay, I think 55 looked like the majority.
Yay!
So, help me out then with the official math for writing our goal. We want to get 55 more. So we need to do 92, which is where we are now. And if we add 55 more faces, that's where we want to be. Asher, do you know what that would be?
No, I would like to say something.
Okay.
I think it would be 148, 147.
Okay.
But I wanted to say, we don't have enough charts like combos of 10, combos of 100 to have the number 147.
We're going to be going into our multiplication facts though.
Okay.
We're going to add those to the wall. Yeah. So thank you for pointing that out. Asher's saying 147.
Yeah.
Is that, do you guys agree?
Yeah.
I think it is correct because 5 and 2
It's 7.
is 7, and then 90 plus 50
Is 140.
140. So 147 is where we want to get to. So let's finish writing this. We will go from 92 faces on our math fact wall to 147 faces on our math fact wall. And this clock tells us our deadline. We are going to aim to do this by Friday, December 10th. Okay?
It's not even
That
December.
gives us 3 weeks. 3 weeks to get that goal. So raise your hand if you can tell me what are some strategies, which is also called lead measures. How are we going to make sure that if your job is to pass your test, how can we make sure you're going to pass your test? Because if you pass yours, that's 1 more face closer to 147. Pablo, it's something you can do or we can all do.
Practicing more and more and more to get highly skilled for more faces.
Okay, so practicing when?
Your math facts.
Practicing, but when?
At home.
Practicing at home?
Or at school.
You could practice at school.
Because they teach.
What else can we do, Daisha? Reflex math is a good way to make sure that you're going to get your math facts ready. That's a good point. Riley, how else can we get there? Do your math facts homework. Rowan, what else?
We could listen really well to the math lessons.
Ooh. Listen during math lessons. Any other strategies for how we can make sure we're going to get our faces on the wall, Mimi?
Pay attention during math.
Okay. So, do you think listening during math lessons,
Yeah.
you agree with that strategy?
Yeah.
Okay. So, the next step will be for us to start brainstorming a celebration so that we can know what we're working towards and be excited to earn that celebration if we do it. But we know where we want to go. And then this is how we're going to get there. Practicing at home and school. Reflex math, making sure you're doing reflex. Doing your math fact homework. So if you know you have cards that you're supposed to be studying, you're going to study those cards. And then listening during math lessons. Okay, give me a thumbs up if you're ready to work on this next goal. ready? Good. Almost everybody thinks they can help us out. Oh, I think everybody's ready.